This is an ABC News special report. Now reporting, George Stephanopoulos.
Good afternoon. We are coming on the air right now because there has been a serious accident in Miami, Florida. That is the scene at Florida International University right now. A pedestrian bridge, a brand new pedestrian bridge just built over the weekend, has collapsed in the last hour. It's on 109th Avenue and 8th Street in Miami, trapping a number of cars and people underneath. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, there are several fatalities confirmed, 5 to 6 vehicles crushed underneath that bridge. As you can see, as I said, this is a brand new bridge. It was just finished over the weekend, this Saturday. We actually can show how the 950-ton bridge was being put up in those final hours. But you see the devastation right there. The brand new bridge has just completely collapsed onto the causeway right there. It was apparently a bridge that was connecting various parts of the campuses to off-campus housing. I want to bring in our correspondent Victor Akendo on the phone in Miami. Victor, what more can you tell us right now?
George, we're on our way right now to the scene. What I can tell you is I just spoke with a source who said that they just installed that part of the bridge that connects the Florida International University campus to the city of Sweetwater on Saturday, that big portion that goes right across 8th Street. Now, it wasn't open just yet. It was set to open at some point in December of this year. This was a project between FIU and the city of Sweetwater. They received a grant to build it, and they put that up very quickly. Again, just on Saturday is when they put up that portion that collapsed, and it came crashing down. At least 6 cars trapped under.
In just a few hours, you said very quickly, using accelerated bridge construction methods, but it had only been in operation now for a couple of days. And of course, Florida International University, a very large campus, 55,000 enrolled students. What more can you tell us about that area in Miami?
It is a very busy area, George, and that university has only grown over the last 20 years. It's become one of the largest universities in the country. That area right now, it is absolutely sprawling. And to think
you're on your way, I want to talk to Scott Withers now, our producer on the phone on the scene at Florida International University. Tell us what you're seeing.
George, they're pushing us back right now. I was just about 100 feet from it. I can see at least 4 cars, different sizes of like a minivan. There looks like a large panel truck is also just smushed underneath this. This is a bridge, as Victor was saying, that was under construction. You can still see some of the scaffolding on the side. There are cranes on the other side of the bridge. I've talked to some of the witnesses here that said they didn't hear anything. They didn't see anything leading up to it. It just fell and fell very quickly. I've talked, there are some of the police officers and the fire rescue people here. They're saying that there are confirmed fatalities on the was saying they're still taking stretchers in and bringing people out. Seen one woman just leave a few minutes ago. She was sitting up. She was talking to the paramedics, so she was okay. But they have not removed any of the bodies, and there's no way that some of the people made it out of these cars.
Okay, Scott, stand by because I want to bring in Tyona Page right now, another eyewitness on the scene. And Tyona, thank you for joining us. Now, you actually saw the bridge go down?
And it felt as if there was an earthquake, so me and my roommate jumped up and looked outside. And as soon as I looked outside, the bridge had collapsed. There was one car that was able to get, I guess they had just missed the bridge, and the back end of her car was smashed, and the screams that were coming from the car was terrifying. Like, I watched everyone started sprinting towards the scene, and it was just so scary because it happened so fast.
Yeah, so Tyona, this happened in a matter of seconds.
A matter of seconds.
And were you able to see, we are now seeing the rescue workers on top of the bridge right now. Were you able to see if there was anyone actually on the bridge, or were all was all the danger underneath the bridge as it collapsed?
No, there was workers on the bridge. They're still actually trying to dig people out from under the bridge. I watched them dig a hole or kind of pull someone out. I watched 2 people have to have CPR performed on them, And there's still an abundant, I think, like 3 cars that are completely smashed under the bridge that they haven't been able to get to yet.
You saw 3 cars they weren't able to get to. Do you have any sense from what you were able to see of how many injured there might be?
I know that 4. Only because that's how many cars are under there, and there's no way anyone was able to survive that. I don't know about the death toll. And I know I watched helicopters be flown in. I think there was.
How close are you to the bridge?
I am on the 15th floor. I live on the 15th floor of this apartment complex. So I was pretty far up, but I'm basically right over the intersection.
And you have any idea what happened or no?
No, I could only think that there might have been a miscalculation of some sort, a fatal one at that.
Well, Tiona, thank you for quickly calling in to us and sharing your story. Appreciate the information. County Police Chief Juan Perez about this collapse. Obviously, be working with law enforcement all through the day. What kind of presence of law enforcement rescue workers are you seeing there on the scene?
George, you name it, it's here. We've got Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, we've got sheriff, we've got local police. I'm like 30 to 40 active vehicles right where I'm at. There's actually not a lot of activity because the people that were trapped under the cars are still under the bridge. There was no one walking really over it because it wasn't open to the public yet. So all of the activity now is focused on, as the woman was saying, on those cars and I can still see them. They are pancaked under this bridge. And primarily, if you're looking at this bridge, the north section of it is where it appears most of the collapse because that's just kind of crumbled. The southern portion of it is all in one piece, leaning down onto the road. And you can't really tell if there was a support beam in the middle holding this up. It's a very wide road, and there's not a lot of space for a support beam if there was one there. But that whole section from the middle of the road towards the north end is gone. It's just all down. And that's where I'm seeing this large panel truck. And George, it's been compressed down to maybe 2 or 3 feet. And if you know what size a panel truck is, it's just been smashed.
Boy, that
there
came
are
down
other
with
cars.
such power.
Extreme power. And it came down really quickly. And the people that I've talked to, they said it was just instantaneous. It was loud, and there was nothing they could do. It was pandemonium, they're telling me, and they just ran as quickly as they could to try and help. But those people pinned under in their cars, there was no way they could get to them.
Okay, well, Scott, thank you very much again. What we're talking about here is that bridge collapse in Miami, Florida International University, and a pedestrian bridge, brand new pedestrian bridge that has collapsed in the last hour. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, there are several fatalities confirmed. As you can see, the rescue operations are continuing right now. You can get the latest on that anytime at abcnews.com or by downloading the ABC News app. And of course, there will be a full report tonight on World News Tonight with David Muir. Have a good day.
This has been a special report from ABC News.